Hey guys, what is going on? So I just wanted to let you know that I'm getting back on Ecdysterone from Intelligent Elephant. So I have been cutting for 1 month now, and I'm down 18 pounds. And I would say the vast majority of that is fat. And I have noticed significant improvements in my body composition. I would say at my current weight of 245, it is the best I've ever looked at 245. And, you know, that's considering that I'm probably a little bit depleted relative to my previous time when I was 245, as well as I don't have the potential weight increase that I would get when I start taking this again. So that's something that I've noticed when I get back on Ecdysterone or when I add Turkesterone to the mix or anything like that. I notice a quick increase in weight. I don't know if that's water or what's going on there, but I do end up gaining a little bit of weight. So currently at 245, depleted, not on Turkesterone or Ecdysterone. I'm very, very happy with my body composition. My strength is still up there. I can still bench 405. I can still throw around 315 for like an easy set of 10. So my strength seems to have held up very, very well, even on a severe deficit and even off of Turkesterone and Ecdysterone. So after a month of not taking those things, I'm pretty convinced that my previous theory of, yeah, you're not going to get the same benefits of being on it when you're off it, obviously, but you do keep the gains that you've earned. And I've heard this time and time again, but I still, had people asking me. So I figured, considering I wasn't trying to gain strength or muscle during this cut, I figured I would hop off of them and see what happens. And it's exactly as I was expecting. So now that I've kind of confirmed that for myself, I don't really need to be cycling this stuff personally because I get this supplied to me. But it was just another experiment that I did and went exactly as I was expecting. So time to get back on this. A lot of people ask me, what would you recommend for a cut, Ecdysterone or Turkesterone, or should I use those during a cut? So I've always been of the belief that you should maximize your purchase and be in a calorie surplus when you're taking these things because it's going to allow you to get more out of it, right? If you want to gain muscle, you have to eat enough to grow, right? So I feel like that's pretty common sense. Turkesterone is a more expensive product. So for Turkesterone in particular, I think it makes a lot more sense to save that for a bulk when you can really maximize its potential. Ecdysterone, on the other hand, is a little bit cheaper to run, and I think that the effects that this has is a little bit better in terms of what it does for you on a cut, because I think we can all kind of accept the fact that we're not going to be hitting crazy PRs on cuts. We're probably not going for, building muscle, building strength, stuff like that. We're probably reserving that for the bulk when we have more food, when we have the energy to grow, right? So with the Ecdysterone, I noticed that my endurance in the gym is significantly higher. And I also notice that just my overall vascularity, fullness, stuff like that is kind of maximized when I'm on this. So those are things that are very valuable. Those are kind of intangibles. But those are things that you notice much more so on a cut when you're depleted and you need energy and you want to have that vascularity and stuff like that. So for me, that's why I'm using this, is just because I feel like I would appreciate those things now that I'm getting deeper into my cut, and maybe my pumps aren't going to be as good. Maybe my overall work capacity, volume, stuff like that is not going to be the greatest. And that's pretty much the only thing that I've noticed getting off of this stuff, is that, maybe my strength took a tiny hit, but that's probably, just due to being in a calorie deficit. But my overall work capacity is not as good when I'm off this stuff, just because that's one of the main benefits of this is that it improves my work capacity. So that's something that I already feel like is pretty good for me, but this is just playing to my strengths even more when I take something like this. And Ecdysterone in particular seems to be a very big needle mover for that. So that's why I'm getting back on this. I'm going to be doing 3 capsules a day. Might throw in Turkesterone when I start my bulk, which should be in about a month. But yeah, just letting you guys know that I'm getting back on this and just kind of confirming the theory that I had in terms of you keep the gains that you actually earn when you get off this stuff. So you don't have to worry about, if you're going to keep the gains. I don't really think it's necessary to cycle for, reasons other than just saving money, because as far as we know, there aren't any side effects. I haven't experienced any side effects. After taking it for a long, long time. I haven't noticed any difference other than, again, being in a deficit, having a little bit worse work capacity and stuff like that. So I would like to hop back on this, hopefully finish out the cut strong, complete that in about a month. And then about a month from now, get back on the bulk and grow even more. And I will probably be throwing Turkesterone into the mix when I do that. So anyway, that's all I got to say about that. I'll keep you updated and I'll talk to you soon.